Talomua fam, welcome back to the channel. It's good to have you guys back. Welcome to our new subscribers and also our old subscribers. Thanks for tuning in back to our channel here on Samoan Farmer. Today I'm taking a day off work just to come check on some taro for the Talomua this week, or the Oluwaisetilinga as it's now called. Pa'a and Wati are just in town in up here at the moment, just sorting out some errands before they come over, so I thought I'd probably come check on the cows and then yeah, look at some taro and see how the taros are looking for the Talomua or the Oluwaisetilinga this week. Keep you guys updated, and I hope you enjoyed today's content. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, share our channel. Other than that, we'll see you soon. This plot here is one of our new plots as well. It's probably a week old now, that Pa'a and Wati have been planting. I think a little over 800 taro here, as we try to extend it back to connecting it to the original plantation, which is down that area. So far everything is looking good. But yep, much of the because we've been quite busy the past 2 weeks, there's quite a lot of chores here at the plantation that we need to finish off, especially with extending our new plots and extending the plantation. So a lot of work to do, and yeah, it's just getting that continuity going so that we have a steady supply of taro. Pretty wet today. It's raining heavily in the morning, so cars just trying to find some traction as we go along. But yep, this is so this is where the boys harvested taro last week for the funeral that we had. We had 4 sacks of taro from this plot here, so this plot is ready, and this is where I'll be checking for some taro for the Talomua this week, as you can see there. Those were the taro that were harvested for the funeral. Last week we slaughtered 2 cows. We slaughtered 2 cows for the family funeral, so our total's now down to 12. Yeah, it was quite emotional, especially raising the cows and stuff. So it was pretty sad to put them down, but I guess this is why we raise cattle, is you know, use for fall of lovers and stuff, especially in the Samoan culture. So yeah, cattle farm's not looking too full today, but that's all right. After we slaughtered 1 cow here and another cow there, as you can see, that's where we burnt most of the organs, but things that we couldn't burn, buried it here. And then the second one, the second cow we slaughtered was buried. The organs and stuff were buried there. So yeah, I'm gonna quickly put down the water gallons, offload them here at the gates, and then I'm gonna start checking on the Taro for the Talomua. So most of this plot here is ready. I think all of it's ready, but I'm only looking for the ones that are dying down, because those will be good for the Talomua. Especially we're trying to do a bit of a new product to be unveiled. Oh, it's not new, but it's just packaged in a way that looks new. So we're going to unveil that at the Talomua. So I'm saving the ones that I've grown, that are still growing, for the Talomua, but the ones that are dying down, we'll be using for that product. So that's one right there, and there's one right next to me here. So those are the good ones that I'll be harvesting. Just maybe 6 or 8, just so that we can use for our packaging. Yeah, so far so good. Yeah, that's a good one. It's that 4-month variety. It's another thing to look at, the tip of the Taro. Looks a bit rotten. You can see this, so quite late on harvesting, but that's fine. We'll use this. Here's another one. It's dying down. So these tiapula, which is usually sold, all you do is just push them back in with your feet, because then we'll get the nice woolies. So just tuck them back in and let them grow. Here's another good one. right there. Based on this one, this was the actual taro, the mother taro has been already uprooted, and this is Oli. So it's a nice sized Oli. Sometimes these are better than the actual mother taro because they taste a lot better, and it's got a firm taste to it. As you can see, for example, see, notice that there's no mother taro here, and these are just Olis. It's always good to have a look around first. This one's mother taro's also been uprooted, hence the gap here. As you can see, there's a gap, so this was where the mother taro was, and this is Oli. And we can try and take it out. See, that's a nice sized Oli. Again, just pushing down the tiapula. So yeah, keep looking around. Again, we're only targeting the taro that's dying down. That way we leave the taro that's still growing for the Talomua, because aesthetically it looks better for the Talomua, because when we actually take it to the Talomua, we only keep we only take off the leaves, but the entire taro and the taro stem is left, so it looks better. Here's another good one. I can see a really nice one. Oh, I just think I lost it. Oh, it's over there. So me and Wati planted some tamu here, as you can see there. There and there. So typically those might take a year or two before they're mature and ready for harvest. So that's why we're still searching for some more tamu, because that's a favorite for the elderly, and one of the two main varieties of tamu that's typically grown in Samoa is the kamu konga and the kamu nyukingi, kamu nyukingi. So what we have here is that's kamu konga, but the kamu nyukingi has sort of a purple stem. So yeah, hopefully get those for our next taro plantation, kamu plantation. That's alright, that's another Oli. Sorry guys, I keep going in and out of talking, because it's quite difficult trying to record at the same time talking. Hope you guys understand. There's a nice, I don't know if you can see that. That is one huge taro there. Fortunately, we can't take that one out, because those are the ones that we're leaving that are still growing for the Talomua. But hopefully we'll get a small preview of it. That's really huge. There's another one there. You can see the size of the cone. Similarly, there's other ones there. So yeah, those ones are still growing. Another one here. So yeah, I'm gonna start just cut off recording while I quickly harvest some more, because looks like it's gonna rain soon. You can see the clouds in the back, so we're gonna quickly harvest these and then we'll come back. So we've got a fair amount here. That's just for trials I'll be conducting today with the packaging, and then if everything goes well, then we'll come harvest more later on in the week. But this, as you can see, this is that 4-month variety, and these are the ulis. So I'm gonna clean them up now, and yeah, see how we go. So if you guys haven't already seen, one of my new episodes I uploaded was a talk show with TV5, which is Matamaugaagrofarming. And the purpose of that talk show was just to see, you know, some of the people in our communities who are doing plantations, cattle farm, any sort of atinai, or yeah, for that matter, atinai, and how they were going. So I was invited last minute just to come talk on the show, and yeah, so you guys now know my occupation. I'm actually a scientist. I studied forensics in Australia and New Zealand, and now after that I worked as a police officer with the Samoa police. And then after that I got a job with the scientific research organization of Samoa, which is where I currently work now. So part of why the passion I had for doing plantations was because I didn't mention it in the show, is because I enjoy seeing you know, I love the whole process of biology, and how something as simple as planting a taro can yield something like this. Just everything down to the cellular level was really fascinating to me. How something so simple can, for example, see the big trees in the background, how it started off as something so small, yet the processes that take place, the biological process, give the tree the size, the hardness of the bark. So all of that really fascinated me, which is why I wanted to pursue a career in science. And my first option was to become a doctor. Unfortunately, we have scholarships in Samoa, so I was awarded with a scholarship to go to Australia, and yeah, that's where I took up. And the only condition for me to go to the scholarship in Australia was that I had to take medicine. Medicine wasn't offered in Australia, so I had to take something else. So it's either if I want to become a doctor, I would have to forfeit my scholarship to Australia and actually go to Fiji, where medicine is offered, or if I want to go to Australia, I'd have to take something other than medicine, which is why I took forensics, which no one at the time, to my knowledge, had taken. It was actually quite a new field, learned a lot, but yeah, my passion has always been with plants, and it's just fascinating learning these things. So yeah, I mentioned inside the interview how when I started my journey with Taro farming, I had absolutely no knowledge, not one knowledge of Taro. But part of what made it easier for me was just the ability and the skills I gained when I was in school. So like searching for information, I learned a lot and transferred that skill of searching for information, peer-reviewed studies, things like that, and transferred it to plantation, being critical, being analytical, all of that good stuff. So that really helped me in my journey, you know, doing plantations and stuff. And so far, I've really enjoyed it, and it's become a passion now doing plantations. Especially, I know a few tips and tricks, given my science background, on how to speed the growth of taro, manipulate growing conditions, especially to enhance taste, enhance the growth of taro. So some of those things I've yet to apply it yet, but hopefully in the near future I'll get to it and show you guys the results. So yeah, I was planning to do a segment, one of our new segments, which is something I've seen lately in some of the other channels I watch, which is nothing to do with plantations, but something like a Friday, where me and Wati would have a few beers here at the plantation, and we can go live, maybe discuss some issues, or you guys can give us some questions, and yeah, we can answer those. So it's kind of like maybe we can call it beers on the farm with Wati. That'll be another good segment. Hopefully, if you guys like it, leave a comment down below, and hopefully we can, if there's enough likes, maybe we can make it happen. Especially with beer, because it's quite expensive nowadays. So the only local beer we have now is Tola. So it might be, hopefully we might get a sponsor with Tola. If you're listening, Tola, I love Tola. Yeah, and maybe we can make that happen. Wailima is now offshore. It's in Fiji, so that's the only local beer we have now is Tola, and yeah, it's one of our favorite beers here on our farm. So hopefully, Tola, if you're listening, maybe we can make it happen, and yeah, work on some sort of sponsorship. But yeah, those are some of the segments that I'd want to introduce, just to get a more connecting feeling with our audience, you guys. That's part of the reason why we create YouTube, is to connect with people, tell them, let the world know about your story, our story, and yeah, our journey. So if maybe we get enough likes, we could and comments on that, we can probably make it happen. And then yeah, I see you guys enjoy Wati as well, so I know Wati's always keen if there's beer involved. So yeah, we can make that happen. But other than that, so far so good. Everything's going well on YouTube. I think the turning point for me in YouTube, in when I actually took it seriously, was when I actually was part of the YouTube partnership program, in where YouTube actually monetizes your channel. So it's just another stream of income I can utilize, hopefully in the near future. Part of one challenge I do have is because the level of e-commerce here in Samoa is quite low, so it's quite difficult getting YouTube to pay me the amount that I've collected since I started switching the channel to farming. So that's one of the areas that's making it quite difficult to utilize the funds that I've collected from YouTube ads and stuff. So I want to thank you guys again because whenever you guys watch and you don't skip an ad, that actually helps me. And the money hopefully I get from that will help improve some of the farming things we do here on the farm. So big thank you guys for watching our content throughout, from the beginning till the end, going through those ads. Really appreciate it. It's really helped the channel grow, and it's also helped us make better content, because whenever you guys comment, you guys actually help us you know, make better content. So there was one comment that said you know, maybe the music was too loud, which is why I opted to turn down the music. But it's quite, I'm quite camera shy sometimes. In the beginning I was, but since I've been doing this a lot lately, not so camera shy anymore. And that's one of the benefits now, that's making it easier for me to do YouTube and create content, is slowly faded out being camera shy on whenever I record videos. So yeah, hopefully we've got some great content rolling up. You know, it's quite, I think, you know, some people might think it's quite odd for someone as young as I am to take, you know, to carry out, to do farming when there's so much opportunities out there. But farming was such an important aspect of Samoan culture, and you know, I just wanted to, you know, conquer that area, being that I've never done a taro plantation before. So I really wanted to conquer that area. I wanted to learn the ins and outs. And so far I think I'm doing okay. I wouldn't say the best, because there are quite larger farms here in Samoa and more established. So sometimes I'd like to maybe work alongside those guys, but they're quite busy sometimes, and there's not enough time to carry out you know, mentoring the other. So but that's part of the reason why I wanted to create a YouTube channel and also create this content, is because if there are, you know, the younger generation who want to take up farming in the future, there is a resource they can use, which is our channel, which I was very unfortunate to have. When I started, I didn't have the information, I didn't have help, so I did this all on my own, trying to gather information. But hopefully this can be helpful to the future generations, you know, especially my kids as well. So in the future they can look back at these videos and the knowledge that I share, because sometimes kids these days are so focused with what's trending, what's going viral, TikTok, all these other stuff, but you know, it gets them distracted in what the real priority is to get educated, earn money, earn livelihood, make a living, and yeah, look after your families. So that's the most important thing, and also doing something you love, because that's also an important thing. Because you know, working a 9-to-5 job, well, I mean, you're only doing it because that's your only source of income. But when you do something that you love, that actually helps out. You know, because there'll be times when you'll feel like you'll feel tired, feel burnt out. So that's part of the reason why they tell you, if you're going to do something you love, because the passion actually carries you on. Which is why I do farming, because I love farming. I just love seeing the taro grow. I love that you can play with the conditions it grows in and yield different results. So yeah, hopefully in the nearby future we can probably meet with our audience, or maybe, you know, do a live session. my main goal for this is I think the one motivation that really helped me push me when I started farming was the need and the urge to be financially free. So, you know, I was tired of paying loans, tired of living to paycheck life. So I wanted to put my income, which was the only source of income I had, to good use. And I watched a lot of entrepreneurship videos, really helped out, and yeah. There's a guy named Brian Tracy. You guys could look him up on YouTube. And said most of the successful people in the world find something and make it just 10% different and become successful. So I'm trying to apply that same mentality here with Samoa plantations, which is why I'm opting to do a new product. It's not a new product, as I mentioned before, but so see, your typical bundle of taro is $20, which will comprise of probably 4 or 5 if you're lucky nowadays. It used to be 8 to 9 taros, but now it's 4 to 5, but the size are probably like this big. So the families, some families can afford it, some families can't afford it. So I'm just trying to bring an alternative product that'll be cheaper and affordable for families. So that's the gist of adhering to that quote by Brian Tracy, where most of the successful people find a niche, do it 10% different, and actually make quite a lot of money. So we'll get to that. Another segment we're hopefully gonna start soon is I've actually got 2. I'm thinking of doing 2, which is the podcast where I'll be sitting with who it may be, a guest, or maybe just even myself, and yeah, going through some of the issues with farming and updates. So that'll be another good one, because YouTube are actually promoting podcasts now and shorts, so we'll look into that. And another segment is I'd like to go around in some of the other farms here in our district, in our village, and yeah, just record, you know, talk with them and see how they carry out their operations. What have they learned? You know, some of their solutions. You know, I might share the same problem with them, or they might have a problem that I might solve, or I might have a problem that they can solve. So that's something that's also in the works, and I'm thinking of doing. But again, it's just finding the time to do it, because I've got work, I've got plantation, I've got kids, and I've got a family to look after. So it's quite a demanding, the effort, and which is why hopefully getting some more boys to help out with the plantation. But that's something we can continue on down the road, and yeah, hopefully be successful at it, so you guys can enjoy it, I can enjoy making it, and yeah, it's a win-win situation. But I'll show you guys something funny. I still can't afford you know, whole gadgets and stuff, so I made a makeshift camera stand so I can record this, and I'll show you guys it now. So yeah, that's my camera stand. Just made a slit there so the camera can slide in and record. But you know, that's the you got to be innovative sometimes, be creative, work with what you can. So yeah, cleaning up the taro now. I think that'll be enough. I might get more, but we'll see. Guys, I think I'm gonna sign off now. Head back home, clean this up, and scrape them, and then we'll start working on that product. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's content. I know I do, making them. I really appreciate the support you guys give us on the channel, and it's really helped us grow in the past few months. So thank you again, guys. to our new subscribers and our old subscribers. And you haven't subscribed and you're watching this, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more great content on farming here in Samoa. Until the next episode, have a safe day, guys, and we'll see you soon.